across the land, searching far and wide. Each Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. Seedots.
Welcome back to my corner of the internet, Macho Maniacs. My name is Lucas, aka Macho Emolga. We are back for week number 6 of the PBL. And water is delicious. Anyway, last week we went up against Dom and the Richmond Rayquazes, got ourselves a W, getting back to the top of our division, 4-1 currently our record, as we go up against our third divisional game of the year, second match against TCF Eric. A lot riding on this match. Current positioning in first place in our division, retaining our divisional match. Anytime it's a divisional match, it's a big deal. That's what basically this little rumbling rant is trying to point out. So Eric's team, if we look at it, he's repping Nidoking, Entei, Tentacruel, Tornadus, Aggron, and Metacam. So looking at his team, I'd imagine that his special wall is Tentacruel, his physical wall is probably Aggron, and then he's got Choice Scarf Nidoking or Choice Scarf Entei. If whichever one isn't the Scarfer, the other one is probably Specs or Life Orb or Choice Band in Entei's case. Thundurus, probably some kind of maybe some kind of nasty plot user. I'm pretty sure Tornadus, I'm going to call it Thundurus so many times. Tornadus gets nasty plot, and then Metacam is probably Life Orb Expert Belt, maybe something like that. So once again, if you missed our PBL press conference video where we go over all of our sets in detail, links to it is in the description below. But this week we have Physical Wall Jirachi, Silk Scarf Diggersby, Mega Gyarados, Expert Belt Hariyama, Choice Scarf Chandelure, and Leftovers Florges. It's a modified Trick Room team, not heavily biased in a Trick Room, but some Trick Room aspects to it, with Jirachi being our only Trick Room setter. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to press the play button a couple times. We're going to try a couple times to press the play button, eventually get it. Eric issuing a challenge. The battle is only 18 turns, so it's a bit of a short battle this week. Very bang, bang, bang plays made this week. He leads off with Metacam. I lead off Jirachi. I'm not super worried about what he's going to do just because I am a physical wall this week. Fake Out doesn't do a lot of damage to me. I see that he's Life Orb. I flinch, but I get HP recovery with Leftovers, so I actually end up coming out with more HP from that Fake Out than he did. Seeing that, he decides to withdraw Chun-Li and goes out into Blue Ranger, the Aggron. Not entirely sure about the nickname. I set up the Trick Room, so I don't really know what Eric is thinking at this very moment in time. Probably thinking that my team is heavily based in a Trick Room as Jirachi gets back up to full HP, but I'm not. So he goes for the Stealth Rock. I know that he's probably faster than I am in Trick Room, which is why I go for the slow U-turn. That way, in case he's going for some kind of damaging move, I can take it with Jirachi and then switch back out. I imagine he's not really invested in an attack because he's probably some kind of defensive variant, so I'm not super worried about taking a non-stab Earthquake from this thing with Jirachi. But I go into Captain Ponytail. The rocks don't hurt me that much just because I'm fighting type and rock type moves aren't very effective against fighting types. So he goes for the head smash. He's faster than me still under Trick Room, which I was not exactly expecting, but I wasn't really worried about what he was going to do. I was thinking he was going to switch out, but he doesn't. And I also go for the close combat and it kills, so he's not sturdy, which means he's rock hit because he didn't take any recoil damage from that head smash. So I guess he was invested in attack or something like that, some physically attacking bulky Aggron set, not quite sure. But at this point, he goes into Big Talks thinking I am choice banded, but no, I go for that Earthquake. Goodbye, Big Talks. That's both of his bulky walls down. So hyped at this very moment because that Bluff Scarf, Expert Belt, Bluff Choice Item, Expert Belt play worked to perfection. I'm so happy about that. We take that 6-4 6-4 lead very quickly. He goes out into Tornadus, which I can't do anything to, so I got into Jirachi. Don't really take any damage from Stealth Rocks. He goes for the Air Slash. and that's not going to do a whole lot to me because I resist, but I'm also not especially defensively invested, so it does some. I see these life orbs, so I know he can switch up moves, and I'm thinking what he could possibly have for Jirachi. I don't think really anything, as the Twisted Dimensions return to normal, but he does pack the Heat Wave, and since I'm not especially defensive invested, that's one very dead Jirachi. So we go, now it's 5-4, a little bit more even. I am kind of worried about this thing in particular, but I do have a Nightlight, our choice Scarf user, which I know, now that I know that he's Life Orb, I know I outspeed, I'm going to be able to hit something hard. He withdraws Robin, his Tornadus, and is going to go out into Ryuk, Ryuk the Nido King. I go for Shadow Ball, and it's going to do over half, really a decent amount, and I go for Shadow Ball again. I know that if he's Choice Scarfed, heavily invested into speed with a positive nature, he outspeeds me because he's base 85, I'm base 80. I go for it anyway, Shadow Ball kills. Talking to Eric after the match, he was running Modest Scarf instead of Timid Scarf, and I am running Timid Scarf, which is why I outsped. So he said he usually runs Timid Scarf, and the 1 week he didn't, it came down to that, which, sorry Eric, you know, sometimes just when you come up with your sets, it happens like that. So we are now in the lead, 5-3. He goes for the Stone Edge, which is not very effective. He's then going to withdraw, so I can guarantee you he's he's either Choice Band or Choice Scarf. Looking at that not very effective hit damage, I'm guessing Choice Band. I go for Close Combat just to do damage on something, and I know Tornaduses are not very bulky, so I know that that's going to do a decent amount of damage. And now looking at his team, I don't really see anything that I really need Hariyama for at this point. I don't want anything to take this Air Slash, so I do just let Hariyama go down. So it's now a 4-3 lead for us, but I still feel like I'm sitting in very good position right now. And I can just do, once again, little rinse, wash, repeat, go back out into Nightlight, take that stone damage, but this thing isn't really supposed to take hits as it is. Go for that Shadow Ball. He doesn't want to switch anything in on this, and just lets Robin goes down. So now I'm Choice Scarfed into Shadow Ball, and it is now a 4-2 lead for us. He goes out into Monster 2.0. He's asserting his pressure on us. Nightlight, I want Nightlight to switch out, because even though I think he's Choice Band, I don't think a Choice Scarf Shadow Ball is going to kill from that range. So I do just go out into Scrimp to get off the Intimidate on this thing. I know that he's probably going to be going for Stone Edge, which he does, and that is going to do, I'm pretty sure it kills Scrimp even after the Intimidate. Yeah, even after the Intimidate is going to kill Scrimp, which is a darn shame. But he is intimidated now, and he is locked into Stone Edge, so I feel very safe going out into Roger. Pretty much no worries at all. He is going to withdraw Monster 2.0 and go out into Chun-Li, as I know for a fact he can't stay in, and even if he does, he's going to either miss, it's not going to be very effective, so I just go for the Sword Stance. So now I'm at +2, and we know what happens when Diggersby gets to +2. He uses a lot of quick attacks, and Chun-Li, even from almost full HP, cannot take it. So we're now up 3-1 on him, and his last Pokemon is Entei. I know for a fact that now I can just kind of play around it, see what he locks himself into. I go for Quick Attack because even though I feel like I can live some, I know from this range I can live Sacred Fire, but if it gets the burn, I'm going to die, and I know it's a 50-50 chance I do get burned. So going for Quick Attack there and just getting damage rather than going for the Earthquake and going for the kill. Even though Earthquake after the burn, I don't know, from that range I feel like it might have killed, but I'm not entirely sure. +2, but the reason I go for Quick Attack to get damage is because I know I outspeed with Nightlight. I can just go for that Shadow Ball, boom, bang, bang, done, game over. Really awesome battle. Props out to TCF Eric for bringing a really good team. I thought it was really competitive matchup. I really enjoyed it. It wasn't that lopsided of a victory, only a 2-0 as Florges. Did Florges even ever see the field? I don't think so. As Florges and Chandelure ended up living, but we lost 4 Pokemon. So only a 2-0, not that lopsided of a victory. But we now move our record to 5-1 on the season. We're still leading our division with My Turkey Sub right behind us at 4-2. TCF Eric now moves his record to like 3-3, so we're still in the lead in our division. Next week we go up against Charnado 300 for the second time this season. The scheduling there kind of worked out kind of weird. So we go up against him for the second time this season, even though he's not in our division. And then after that, week 8 is pretty much the really deciding match of the division to see who's going to be taking it. Week 8 against My Turkey Sub for the second time. Really looking forward to that match, getting back, see if we can get a little revenge on him for that our only loss that we've taken this year so far. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, there's a little thumb down there below. I think it's right below the view counter. It looks like this. If you just click it, that'd be really awesome, because it does really support the channel and helps support me as a content creator to doesn't really support me because I'm not really looking out there to get more views. It just really motivates me to make stuff, and if you feel like people are enjoying your content, it does motivate you more. If you did not like the content, go ahead and hit the thumbs down button and tell me. But if you're going to go ahead and dislike the video, make sure you leave a comment and explain to me what you'd like to see done differently. I'm all about constructive criticism, guys. Don't feel like you just have to click the like button no matter what. If you didn't like the video, or even if you were neutral on the video, I don't want you to be like watch the video and felt like you were just kind of mad for 10 minutes. Even if you were neutral towards the video, go ahead and leave a dislike, and then leave a comment about why you dislike the video. I'm kind of really thinking of anything else. No. Sounds about it. Anyway, guys, my name is Lucas, aka Macho Emolga, and I'm going to see you guys next time. Peace.
Oh, yeah!